Welcome to iDRAMAS, Immunity Drama Solutions. My name's Donovan Truman. Super excited you're here to watch this video. This is to give you an overview on CBD oil, what it is, how it works, and how to use it. Why the hell would you be interested in this? And is it just some sort of snake oil? Well, no, far from it. I've actually had a life-changing experience with it. I've met many others who have also had a life-changing experience with it. You can find these slides and read through them at your leisure on our CBD oil therapy page. We've got studies, links to studies here as well that you can have a look at, articles and medical presentations as well. This is really based on science. I'm going to jump about a little bit, but one reason why you might want to take CBD oil, well, although everybody, or the majority of people in the UK are vaccinated against COVID-19, you might find it very interesting to learn that cannabidiol, which is what CBD stands for, from the cannabis plant, has potential to prevent and inhibit SARS-CoV-2 infection. Now, just to confirm, CBD, although it comes from cannabis, is not psychoactive. There's no addictive properties. You cannot get high from it. It's non-intoxicating. You can't overdose. Even at very high concentrations, it's very well tolerated. Very few people will have any intolerance to it. Not to say nobody will, as some people can have an intolerance to vitamins, but this is just very powerful. You can literally prevent SARS-CoV-2 infection by supplementing with CBD. And this is a scientific study on the National Institutes of Health. This is science-based. And this is because it supports the immune system. Now, like I say, you can actually go through these slides at your leisure, and I don't want to take too long. I just want to give you the basics. But cannabis research has been going on for well over 50 years. And this is Raphael Mechoulam, who's an Israeli scientist funded by the American government over that period. He's the chap that basically was employed to discover what it was about cannabis that got people high, what was the addictive property of it. And so he isolated a molecule in the plant called THC, which stands for tetrahydrocannabinol, in 1964. And that molecule is the one molecule in the plant that is responsible for the high. There's many, many molecules in the plant which are non-psychoactive, including CBD, cannabidiol, which has got incredible health benefits, but without any psychoactive effect. Now, why do these molecules have the effect that they do on the body? Well, he discovered, obviously, through his research and science, that we have these molecules in our body that bind with receptor sites throughout the body. And so because they are the same sites that these molecules from cannabis bind with, they called them cannabinoids. So we have endogenous cannabinoids, and he discovered the first one in 1992 and the second one in 1995. He's done a great documentary you can watch called The Scientist, explaining his work and trials on cancer and all kinds of things. Very interesting. But just to explain the differences between hemp and marijuana, because a lot of people get confused between the two. You know, CBD comes in very high concentrations in hemp. Hemp is non-psychoactive because it's got very small concentrations of the THC molecule, which is responsible for the high. So these plants are actually very, very different, because marijuana comes with the opposite. High concentrations of THC that does get you high, which is why it's regarded as a drug, as a plant, and very small concentrations of CBD. Of course, there's no industrial use with marijuana, whereas with hemp, we've known that it's been used for fabrics and fibers for eons, as well as for medicines, actually. So we're here to get healthy, not high. We're focusing on CBD, hemp, non-psychoactive cannabinoids. And so, again, there's two mostly studied endogenous cannabinoids that we create naturally in our bodies from the early 16th day of gestation, believe it or not. And this is anandamide and 2-AG, okay? There's actually 150 plant-based cannabinoids found in cannabis. Like I say, all of which, apart from one, are non-psychoactive but have incredible therapeutic benefit. And so you have terpenes, which are like the essential oils that give the plant its flavor, its taste, its smell, that also are very powerful therapeutically. And they're doing some science and research into that now, and discovering all kinds of things like anti-tumor effects, etc., in these terpenes. Now, the endocannabinoid system is made up of these cannabinoid receptors, CB1 and CB2 primarily, throughout the brain and central nervous system, and also to support and maintain the immune system. They have different roles ultimately, but they're interacting and working with these endogenous molecules that we create naturally. Now, with stress and poor sleep and toxic environments and things that get into our body uses these endogenous molecules to regulate the system and reduce inflammation, but then it becomes under stress and we become deficient in our production of those molecules. And the great thing is about the plant-based cannabinoids is actually helps regulate that system. So it kickstarts it, it preserves the actual endogenous molecules, so we're not using them up, and then we reduce inflammation. And that's why CBD has been so effective for boosting the immune system, as we use the immune system to fight off and ward off viruses and bacterial infections, but also for everything else, regulating sleep, mood, appetite, hormone production, metabolism, blood pressure, blood sugar levels, insulin production, everything. Now, it's basically influencing something known as homeostasis, which is the balance of all bodily functions. It's a harmony. And so when we're running off balance, that's when we start to get inflammation, we start to get symptoms, we start to get sick. But this is really interesting. I mean, there's some renowned cannabinoid researchers out there, like this Ethan Russo, and he's stipulated or postulated that clinical endocannabinoid deficiency syndrome is a real thing, that conditions like IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, chronic fatigue, very complicated health conditions, are occurring because people are deficient in their own production of their endogenous molecules of cannabinoids. So it's found that obviously regulating with good quality CBD oil in the right way for the right amount of time, we can actually calibrate that system and overcome these challenges with these conditions, but a whole lot more. So again, for dealing with pain, the system is very, very instrumental with the releasing of opioids in our own system to actually combat pain and actually blocking the pain signals that the brain sends. So it works on two levels, in reducing inflammation, but also blocking signaling, because the endocannabinoid system is a signaling system. And there's quite a lot of information here about pain if you're suffering with it. If you want to read about that, it's very interesting, because these cannabinoids having really little or no side effects are proving to be as effective, if not more effective, for managing pain as well as other conditions without these terrible side effects that pharmaceuticals have. And obviously doctors and scientists generally don't understand it unless they're specializing in the field, or they're specializing in something like the cardiovascular system, and they've then learnt about cannabinoids through their own introduction to it from people they work with or people they know that have caused them to look at it. And this guy, Dr. David Allen, he's now a member of the International Cannabis Research Society, because as a cardiac surgeon, he came across an incredible document, which is this US government patent, which says that cannabinoids can be useful to treat stroke, age-related inflammatory and autoimmune diseases, and neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, chronic traumatic encephalopathy. He understood the pattern. This is just a summary of it, and couldn't believe what he was reading, that literally this natural cannabinoid found in plants in its natural form can actually be so powerful and regulate the system so effectively that we can actually reduce so many diseases overall, including reducing our chances of diabetes by up to 62%. And he made this actual statement: the discovery of the endocannabinoid system is the single most important medical scientific discovery ever, and will save more lives than the discovery and application of sterile surgical technique, which is huge. You can actually hear him say that in this little video here, where he's talking about the endocannabinoid system with some other doctors. So we've got some other videos there you can watch again about Alzheimer's and the science being done on that. We've got links, obviously, that you can go to look at the independent research about different conditions where cannabinoids are being trialed and tested and found to be very effective and very promising for treatments in future. But the question is how do you use it? And now hopefully you're starting to already grasp that this is an incredible nutrient that actually everybody should be learning about and understanding. It's safe to take and it should be part of our food, and we're not getting it elsewhere. We need to supplement and protect ourselves against oxidative stress, free radical stress, which is what causes damage to the organs and causes us to get inflammation and get diseases of all kinds, neurological, cardiovascular, arthritis, all kinds of autoimmune diseases. Poor sleep is a key element, that basically we need to have very good sleep, otherwise we get ill, and it helps with that, and that's the primary thing. So how do you know what to take? Well, if you buy products online or from health stores, it normally has a guideline out on that, and that for most people is normally not enough, and those products are normally not high quality enough. So 30 to 50 milligrams is actually a very good quantity to be taking as a healthy individual. You'll find that it improves your sleep, it improves your energy levels, reduces anxiety, just gives you a heightened alertness, better muscle recovery. But if you're actually with inflammation and health problems already, you're going to need to take more than that. Now, 30 to 50 milligrams a day works out about 1,000 to 1,500 milligrams per month. So that's quite a considerable amount, but some people would need to take as much as 6,000 milligrams a month. You know, if they've got cancer or, you know, very severe chronic conditions like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's, potentially a higher concentration will help slow the progression and even reverse their condition in some cases if they take the right amount for long enough. So again, you can read this at your leisure. It explains about different things with chronic conditions and how to work up your dose. We suggest that you start with a small amount of about 15 milligrams, that's 15 milligrams per day. See how you tolerate it over a few days, because it's a new thing you're introducing to your body. You might possibly have an intolerance, although that's very, very rare, very, very rare indeed. It could help you detox it, of course, in that week or two. So you might get a bit of diarrhea, but that's quite unusual. But that's possibly because you need to detox. So again, if you had any intolerance, you might stop at the level you're taking at for a couple of days and then start at a smaller dose. Continue with that dosage for a week or 2 weeks before starting to increase by 5 to 10 milligrams every 4 or 5 days or so, until you get to that point where you suddenly notice that the pain or the inflammation that you're having, the condition that you've got, you're getting some noticeable improvement on. And that can take, you know, for some people, 2, 3, 4 months. Of a quite a high level if you've got severe inflammation. And this is what's really important for people to understand. It's not a targeted drug. You're not going to get severe side effects. You will get enhancements to your health, but they'll be subtle and they'll take some time before you're really recognizing them. You know, a lot of people can be taking these things for a year or two and still be noticing improvements to their health, their nails, their skin, their hair, etc., even well after they've been taking it for a year or two. And my mother, for example, as well as other people I've met, have actually had their eyesight improve at the tender age of 80 even, you know, through taking CBD for over a year or so. So lots to share with you about this. I don't want to go into too much more detail, but we've got the highest quality products to share with you, and they're certified safe. They've got the amounts of CBD oil they're claiming, which often most of the products in the market space don't. You know, they tested a load of products in 2018 and 37 out of 41 of them didn't have anything like the CBD they claimed on the bottle. And some of them had contaminants, because contaminants can get in there, heavy metals, pathogens, salmonella, you know, all these things that could literally cause you severe health problems. So it's really important that you know the source. We have certificates of analysis with our partnership, the company that we supply products from. We want to help people get their products for free, because albeit they're very affordable prices, starting from £35 for the lowest amount of CBD, which is 300 milligrams, up to, you know, 70, 80 or £90 for 1,000 or 1,500 milligrams of CBD. We want to be able to make sure that you can learn what you need to learn to be able to try it, try different things, taking it at different times of the day, different levels of servings. Some people take 1 serving a day, most will take 2, 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, in the evening if they've got some inflammation. Some will take smaller amounts in between. You've got capsules that you can take, you've got oil that you can put under your tongue and hold it there for a couple of minutes to get more absorbency. We've got CBDA coffee, which is a great way to take it and top up your levels every day. We've got amazing other health products as well we want to tell you about. And we want to help you get these products for free, and then introduce iDRAMAS to your friends, your family, other people that you know, to help them improve and enhance the quality of their life and literally save lives. When we're talking about Alzheimer's, when we're talking about Parkinson's, when we're talking about diabetes that kills 160,000 people a year in the UK alone, with 50% of people not even being diagnosed with it, it's a pandemic. And yet we can reduce the chances of diabetes for most of us by regulating our endocannabinoid system and getting that nutrition and looking at different things that we do with our lifestyle to actually reduce, you know, our risk of these problems, right? And so we can help you with that. And we can help you also generate extra income as well if you want to do that, you know, meaningful extra income, £1,000 a month, £5,000 a month, £10,000 a month, up to £50,000 a month. We're in our infancy here at iDRAMAS. Our partnership has got an amazing compensation plan. This is just an online shop. We're teaching people how to use that shop to set up an account for free, no strings attached, 60-day money-back guarantee on all the products, nothing to lose then. Try the products. If you don't like them, send them back. We're years ahead of the competition in terms of the products that we produce. Some of them, you know, have enriched CBDA, which is one of the 150 cannabinoids. It's the acid form of CBD, which most products in the marketplace don't have very, very much of, or anything of that in it, but it's 1,000 times more powerful than CBD. So you can learn about, you know, that, and, you know, why we're years ahead of the competition. You can have a look at the shop and see the different products, and we want to help you understand why you would go for perhaps this product here, which is the best selling product, and most people buy that because it's enriched with CBDA, but very affordably priced. But why a full spectrum oil is different to a CBD isolate. Why you might want to take different products as well. We've got pain and inflammation creams that work immediately on contact that again have CBDA in there, which most don't have. This is very well priced at £22 for 30 sachets. You know, you can just use them topically. We've got roll-ons and we've got deep healing cream. And then there's a very interesting history of hemp, which we're not getting into, but you can look at some of the basic things there, which are very interesting, and also do a bit of your own research and then understand that actually hemp and CBD actually used to be in our ancestors' diet once upon a time, so it was grown widely. Hemp was so important for the governments that were fighting wars over it, like the hemp trade in 1812. They made ropes for the battleships out of hemp, the cells for battleships out of hemp. So it was law for farmers to grow it. So it grew widely. They fed hemp seed to animals, to livestock. Those cannabinoids then got into the food chain through the livestock, stored in the fat cells of the animals. And then our ancestors weren't vegetarians or vegans back then, would eat the animals and they would get cannabinoids that way. And so they were already supplementing without realizing these cannabinoids. Okay, so very interesting story behind hemp, but hemp is an amazing plant. 25,000 different uses for it. We can even have hemp biofuel that can practically replace all fossil fuel. It's going to improve and replenish the planet because it's actually more effective at drawing greenhouse gases from the air, than trees can, and it grows so much more quickly. 3 or 4 harvests a year, right? And even replacing paper with hemp-based paper, where it grows. For 1 acre of hemp, you can actually produce the same amount of paper as 10 acres of trees, and yet you can grow that hemp 3 or 4 times a year. So there's so much to what we're doing with the project of Hemp Revolution, with CBD, introducing people, educating people, using the platform as a tool to actually show people how they can get healthier, help others get healthier, help the environment, and make extra money, £5,000 a month, £10,000 a month or more, and without actually having to spend a penny to start. And we've got actually an automated system to help people, introduce this or not introduce it and still get cheaper products, free products, and then actually make money as well. Because if we haven't got our health, what do we have? The wealth isn't really, it's a secondary thing, but it does actually add to our stress, which also adds to our health challenges. So we want to help people as much as possible. We need to reach people as quickly as possible. We need your help then, because you probably know people or know people who have been hit hard by COVID-19 and the restrictions and losing their business, their livelihoods, and more people like that can, potentially are at risk of that in the future. So we need to bring people in and come together, and this is the platform that's been created for that purpose and to help as many people as possible across the board. So I hope you found that a good introduction. Do feel free, like I say, to have a look at the CBD oil therapy page, but have a look at the videos on there because they're very interesting if you want to learn about that. You've got the articles and the studies that you can go to for arthritis, autoimmune diseases, cancer, to actually look at the science here. We're adding to this all the time. We've got medical presentations. If you're suffering with pain and you want to understand how CBD can be a better alternative than your pharmaceuticals, and these doctors have done these presentations which are very enlightening, and also even with things like schizophrenia or other psychological conditions, depression, anxiety, very powerful for those things as well. And like I say, these products as a natural botanical product that's free of harmful contaminants, are GMO free, are organic, they're more powerful and as good as, at the very least, as pharmaceuticals without the side effects. So, of course, if it's just about cost, we've got the solution to help you not worry about cost. And that's what we want to really sort of introduce you to. So we've got the other videos on the iDRAMAS website. Encourage you to obviously look at how easy it is to set up your own shop. Okay, so you've got the shop here video, which teaches you how to set up your free profit sharing shop. And Global Gateway in 10 minutes. Now the video is about half an hour long, but it takes just 10 minutes to set up the shop. How do you do that? Again, you'll be able to sort of see exactly how you do that because I take you through it in that video. But here you can go to the health shop to actually look at the products. If you've not come across iDRAMAS from me directly or organically, naturally, you've been introduced this by a friend, then we would encourage you to ask for their link to the shop. And then obviously when you're registering for your own account, you'll be placed into their team. This is how we're helping people get their products for free. You can start your business for free here and click on here. You'll get access to your own website. So the website you're looking at now, which is just about to pop up, is one of the free websites that you get a link for. You see it says shared by Denham and Truman. This will say shared by your name. Once you've created your account for free, you don't have to put your card in. There's no catches, no sign-up fees, no website fees, no credit card. This is with a partnership company that supplies the very best CBD worldwide, that's tested, certified, safe, other amazing health products, skincare products, weight loss products, you know, glutathione and immune boosting products, vitamins, you name it, they've got it, something for everybody. And they've got an amazing compensation plan. So we just introduce people and recommend them to this shop, and we use economies of scale to actually generate commissions on team sales. And then through the automated system, we're going to be putting people into your team naturally and organically, building a team for other people. So how do we do that? Well, if you just click on here and you go to work with us, we're going to have a team of people who are literally going to be going door to door, introducing people to iDRAMAS and placing them in your team. It's a bit slow. Let me click on here. Here we go. So if you go here, you can actually sort of see this is explaining the automated system that's going to build a business for you. So even as a customer, if you're not recommending this, we want to help you get your products, which are already affordable, for cheaper. Keep you taking them consistently month in, month out, because you know this is a lifestyle thing that you need to be taking. And then also how you will then potentially get your products for free, and then ultimately even start earning extra money, and the money will just go straight into your account. And so we show you how to set up your bank account with our partnership, again, on that video that I was sharing with you here, down here, which is like setting up your free profit sharing shop. So I've kind of gone into that a little bit. That wasn't the intention of this video, but it's just to explain how we can help you get these products for free. And this is an educational platform. This is a platform to help you engage others in what we're doing in the project. We want to become the biggest hemp growers in the world. We want to produce 25,000 products. We want to replenish the planet and grow our own FTSE 100 company, and have you be part of that, be an investor in that. You can become an investor by making money through this initial project with our partnership that pays very generously, £10,000 a month, £20,000 a month. So those actually actively build a business, but we're automatically doing this with you as a mentor, as a coaching team, as an organization that's going to have people building their own businesses, but whilst doing so, building your business for you as well. So we provide that support. So everything is here on the site for you to find. You can go through this at your leisure, learn about glutathione, watch the videos, understand it. It literally will take some time for you to learn the real value of what we're doing, but it's well worth it, because we're talking about saving lives, enhancing quality of life, and replenishing the planet. So I thank you for your time. Have a great day. If you've got any questions, we need your help. We need to reach as many people as possible, as quickly as possible. We've got the infancy of the market at our disposal to explode this globally as we're going into other countries. And yeah, I really, really hope you'll want to be a part of this and join us. Thanks again. Have a great day.